let's kind of talk about that. So I already did a video covering kind of the Bruins and their win against the Ottawa Senators, but an interesting thing happened during that game. Marchand put his, hand on the neck of Cousins. He was put his hand around his throat, and there's already been some videos because why not? You gotta try to get that clickbait. I respect it, but you saw the clip, you saw the highlight. Before I get into it, because I don't want to seem like a biased Bruins fan, what did you think of it?
Why is anybody surprised? He licked Subban. Like, it's just a gradual progression. I mean, is it a good optic for the NHL? No.
He licked Subban. What the? I mean, he has licked guys, so I mean, I can't even really deny that. I mean, it's.
Why is any of this? Why does this surprise anybody?
It shouldn't surprise anybody. I mean, listen, it's not a good look. It's a
horrible look.
It's definitely not a good look. I think for me, when I look at Brad Marchand, I like him as a player. I think that he's the type of player you love to have on your team, but you hate to play against him. But to be kind of blunt, I don't think he's necessarily the best captain of a team. And I know he's had the alternate. I know he's had the A on his sweater. I get that. But when it comes to Brad Marchand, I don't know. It just seems like, for whatever reason, this team's not firing on all cylinders. But as for this incident, it's like Cousins is known as a kind of a ratty type of grimy type player. I could understand some frustration getting in, but you can't just like grab a guy by the throat. Like this isn't the 80s or the 90s where you just could get away with that type of crap.
Yeah. And it's an even worse optic for him because he wears the C. Now, this is something I had just thought of. Mm-hmm. Is this something that gets the C yanked?
No. I mean, who are you going to replace Marchand as captain? Are you going to put McAvoy? I mean,
that's your only logical.
Yeah, I mean, like to me, McAvoy would probably be the next guy up. I don't see that happening because when you give Marchand the C, you kind of knew this would be part of his game. And I'll actually be kind of blunt. When Marchand's not playing on an edge and not doing, I hate to say it this way, doing this type of things, like he's not on his game. I mean, he gets more locked in when he's just playing with an edge. And
Marchand being Marchand?
Yeah, it's just Marchand being Marchand. It's like Manny being Manny with the Red Sox, right? Like, you just gotta accept it for what it is. I just, he's in the final year of his deal. We'll see how things go, but maybe a suspension comes down from this. I don't, it's a bad look, but do I think it's like some massive, like you just beat him with the end of his stick? No. So, I mean, we'll see where that goes. I mean, do you think that's going to be worth a suspension?
I think so.
Really?
He'll at least get a game or two. Yeah, because it's making the product look bad.
Fair.
And, Bettman's going to be like, we can't be having any of these shenanigans. Bettman is like the weak-willed dad you had in your friend group. You're one of your friend's dads. I was just like, I don't know if I like this.
Yeah, I mean that's fair. So
yeah, he's got to catch. If it's not discipline, if it's not a suspension, it's definitely a fine.
Yeah, I mean it makes sense in that regard. You gotta kind of have some type of punishment for him, but I'm not overly surprised.
I don't think they're going to go crazy about it.